Hey, what's up, Kings and Queens? It's Theo.
th&ce.
Y'all, man, we just did a comedy night crazy, man. If y'all ain't know already, man. Boy, before I tell y'all what I gotta say, man, hit that notification button, hit that
We'll wait.
Hit that bell. All right, hit that bell. I'm glad y'all hit that bell, man. We on the road to 50K, man. But tonight, man, we on react to Joe Rogan, Bert Kreischer. We even put a little Bill Cosby in that motherfucker. George Lopez. Who else we did?
Theo Von.
Hey, man, I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh my God.
All right, excuse me, y'all. Man, I got gas. I just drank some coffee earlier and now it's hitting me. But anyways, y'all, we got Tom Segura. He meeting Bruce, man. No, it ain't smelling. Anyways, y'all, I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you.
Nerve. You know that?
We home.
You got a lot of nerve.
We really, family. What you mean?
You lifted your booty cheek up and then was like this. Wow. Okay. Disgusting.
Yeah, y'all. Anyways, guys, this is Tom Segura meeting Bruce. You like Bruce as a comic, right?
Yeah.
I remember when he used to host Comic View way back then with them big and tall, fat suits and shit like that. He was funny ass, big ass nigga, man. Still is. I want to see some more of his some of his stand up.
Me too.
It's how I imagine serial killers feel when they meet each other the first time. They're like, you know, you do it differently than the way I do it, but I totally respect your commitment to the craft.
I thought you were laughing like that's the highlight. I told you, man. You know I think Wolf's cool for motherfuckers. I don't think that'll be me as a spirit animal.
You sure?
Because I'm not what's the word?
What?
Welcome to This Not Happening, everybody.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
Thank you. So, here's the show. It's just a bunch of funny people. We're all telling true stories. Please, give it up for a very good friend of mine, Mr. Tom Segura, everybody.
All right.
I
don't know if you guys know this or not, but comedians' lives are lonely. It's a lonely existence. I mean, you're in airports and hotels and cities with strangers every week. It gets lonely. Like, it really does. Like, you can only masturbate like so many times before you're like, I gotta get something to eat, you know? It's one of those things. You gotta find something to boost you up. You know what's the biggest boost, the biggest spark when you're on the road is actually running into another comedian. It's the best. I can't even describe it to you. It's the one thing that you're like, yes. If it's a comedian you already know, it's like a reunion. If it's a comedian you've never met, there's so much excitement at the potential. You're like, oh, is he gonna be weird? Is he gonna be hilarious?
Tom seems
is it gonna be hilarious how weird he is? Like, there's so much there. You know, it's how I imagine serial killers feel when they meet each other the first time. They're like, you know, you do it differently than the way I do it, but I totally respect your commitment to the craft. Like, you keep their toes in jars. That's nuts. That's awesome. So, I'm at the airport, and I'm waiting to board a flight. And who do I see at the gate boarding the same flight? The comedian, Bruce. Now, if you don't know who Bruce is, he's a super successful comic. He's had TV shows. He sells out clubs and theaters everywhere. He's awesome. I've never met him. I see him at the gate. I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to Bruce. And then I go, no, you're not. Bruce doesn't want to talk to you. So I don't say anything. Then we board the flight, and I get upgraded. Woo! Upgraded. And now, who is sitting directly across the aisle from me? Bruce. Now I can't help myself. Now I have to say something. So I introduced myself to Bruce. Now, for this to really make sense to you, if you don't know who he is, I have to paint a picture, okay? Bruce is black, he has dreads, and he's a big boy, all right? Like, when you say your name twice, there's a lot of you. Bruce is like 4 bills, okay? So, I might name myself Tom if I gain another 100 pounds. So, I'm sitting across the aisle from Bruce, and I introduced myself, and he could not be nicer. Just to give you an idea of his status, we're at the gate on this plane, and the flight attendant announces that we're stuck at the gate. And she says, you can get off if you want to. Just take your boarding pass with you, and then you can get back on. So as I'm talking to him and they say that, I go, I'm not getting off. And he goes, I'm not getting off. And then a woman, a passenger from the back of the plane, walks up, and she leans down to him, and she goes, I'm getting off. Is there anything you want or need? And he goes, I would love some candy. And she goes, candy? And he goes, Twix, Skittles, shit like that. And then she gets off the plane, and I go, who is that? And he goes, I don't know. And I'm like, are strangers just buying you candy? And he goes, yeah. Like, that's Bruce status, okay? So we keep talking. We start talking about gigs that we've done, and we start talking about comedians and who's funny, who are the funniest comics ever. And we start literally listing comedians through time. Like, we start with, like, Lenny Bruce and Dick Gregory. We talk about George Carlin and Richard Pryor, all the way through Eddie Murphy, and then to today, you know, Kevin Hart and Dave Attell. And then Bruce says, that's all good, but do you know who the funniest cat of all time is? Now, I think it's a setup. I think he's going to be like, it's me, bitch. I'm the like, it's like that, right? That's what I think it's going to be. And I'm going to let him have it. So I go, now, like, who's the funniest cat of all time? And he goes, Andy Griffith. And I go, what? And he goes, Andy Griffith. And I go, are you talking about, like, that dude? And he goes, yeah, you ever been to the Andy Griffith Museum before? And I go, what kind of question is that? No, of course not. Is that real? And he goes, real? They have the car that he used to sit in, and you can sit in it too. And you can touch shit that he used to touch. And he goes, did you ever see episode 215 of the Andy Griffith Show? And I go, no, ass burgers. I didn't see episode 215. And he goes, that's my favorite episode. It originally aired March 13th, 1967. And I go, are you fucking with me right now?
That's my nephew's birthday.
Oh, wow.
And he goes,
and everything.
March 13th, 1967. And then he ate Twix, and he didn't talk to me for the rest of the flight. But I am begging you, if you ever see Bruce anywhere, walking around, sitting down, at a show, anywhere, just go, hey man, Andy Griffith is the shit. And he'll be like, oh no, I've been saying that shit. And he'll lose his mind. That's it for me. You guys are the best.
Yeah, I'm so disappointed, man. Like, when he was telling, like, the Bruce, like, candy story, the candy joke or whatever, man, yeah. I let out this real steak poop, boy. And then I had moved, shuffled a little bit. You can see me glance at the camera with an evil smile twice. And then say I ain't smell it. And then I got a little disappointed. I think you can see it on camera. I don't even know, man. Go to the Bruce right after the Twix. Right after the Twix, you know, I don't know it like that. You know, blah, blah, blah. You can just see me. But y'all, the story was okay, man. Bruce, if this was a true story, Bruce, man, you can't be just taking candy from strangers, man. You know that and then he talking about Twix, Skittles, shit like that. And then this
that's
nigga,
an odd combination.
Yeah, like, I mean, I like my sweets too, but you know, I like sour candy. You know, I like my chocolate too. You know, I like a Reese's. You know, I like a nice Reese's. You know, you got me back in the ice cream. I'm eating like a big motherfucker. I got titties now. Like, shoot, we been up here eating Oreos and Oreo ice cream. We went to the peach farm, got a bag of peaches. Then we got blueberry and peach ice cream. That was Say got. No, Say
I got peach and vanilla. You got peach and butter pecan.
Yeah, because they was out
pecan.
of blueberry and strawberry, man.
Oh, are we gonna get blueberry and strawberry this weekend? Yes.
Maybe Sunday.
Yes.
But y'all,
Saturday. Sorry.
Me too.
Yeah.
But y'all, man, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what y'all thought about the video. If Bruce, like,
do you think
have y'all ever met Bruce? Say what?
But do you think he really likes Andy Griffin like that?
I hope not.
Like, he really was like, episode 215, if that's true. About how they got, like, a museum. That's crazy if they do have a museum. I would kind of want to go to it. If we were, like, if we happen to be in the city where the museum was at.
I mean, we all got weird fetishes, I guess.
It's not a fetish. It's just like, if we were, like, in the museum, I mean, not in the city where the museum was at, then that'd be kind of cool. It'd be a little interesting. I don't know.
I mean, you would want to go?
Yeah.
I mean, I got weird things I'm into, too.
It's not weird. It's just like if we were in the city that the museum
I feel like my dad would want to go. He be watching that shit still.
Because it's a good show.
Ain't this a black and white show?
Yeah.
I don't watch black and white shows.
Why not? What you got against black and white shows?
Made me burp. I don't like to burp.
That sound like the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
You don't got like no colored shows? You got no colored shows?
We got colored shows on TV right now, but you can't
like
watch
black and white
shows.
Man. Make me burp. I don't like burp.
You sound foolish. Y'all, bye.